Sup everybody, I hope all of y'all are doing undeniably fan-frickin-tastic out there. It's Monday, and you know what that means. It's vlog day once again. So, before I get into this video, I need to apologize if I'm stuttering a lot or if I'm getting sidetracked with some of the details I'm trying to say, because I'll admit, I've been thinking about this all week about how this vlog was going to turn out. How the words I was going to say was going to mean something to the viewers that needed to see this today. But before I get into those points that I need to make today, my week, it's been alright, but it's been very hard for me mentally. Lately, my mental health hasn't been exactly healthy, pretty much. Mentally speaking, I have not been healthy. There, I said it. But I'm glad that I was still able to get through a week of SSP content like I did. Tuesday I did an episode of Totally Kevin. This past Wednesday I did an episode of Helpful Man. Thursday was OSG for Channel Showdown. Friday was an episode of I Draw for Booker T. Saturday was Ring Gremlins for NXT Vengeance Day. And Sunday was an on-the-spot episode of the SelfStandard show. Now the thing about that SelfStandard show, when I did the Chubby Bunny Challenge, that was filmed on the fly. Because I literally didn't have any last-second ideas for me to work with. But it was back when I uploaded the 4th Q&A video that I had every intention of go ahead and switching up this pirate theme that I got going on. But then when I found out that I only did 4 SelfStandard shows with that pirate intro, I was like, no, I gotta do just one more. And that was the Chubby Bunny video. Alright? But now that I have 5 pirate intros under my belt, I can finally go ahead and change the theme very, very soon. Alright. But, yeah, I did finish watching NXT Vengeance Day earlier. All in all, it was a pretty cool show. Yeah, it was a pretty cool show. The opening match between Dijak and Wesley, it was a banger. Yeah, it was. I just hated that Dijak had to lose the match, and frickin' Tony D'Angelo interfered. Kiana James and Fallon Henley, I'm glad they won their match. Glad they're the new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. The 2 out of 3 fall match between Carmelo Hayes and Apollo Crews, that was pretty cool too. But I expected Apollo Crews to win both falls. Not the other way around. But hey, welcome back to Commander Aziz, aka Dabba-Kato. And Dabba-Kato turning on Apollo Crews right there at the end. Totally wasn't ready for that. The Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, I was disappointed that the New Day lost, but hey, props to Andre Chase for standing out the way he did. I'm glad that Chase University was there strong in the arena in Charlotte. Congratulations to Gals for winning that match. Yeah, I was expecting Roxanne Perez to win it, but I was also expecting more physical altercations between JC Jane and Gigi Dolan in that match. And the cage match between Braun Breaker and Grayson Waller. Ugh. Man, I didn't want Braun Breaker to win. But then when I found out that you can't win the championship by escaping the cage, that really threw my idea out the window. But yeah, still, Vengeance Day was a cool show. But yeah, other than that, speaking of wrestling, I know I don't have my championship with me right now. That's because I just didn't feel like holding it for this episode. Yeah, like I said, this past week it's been hard for me mentally, and for those friends out there that's been noticing me this past week, some of you may notice that I have not been in much of a jokey mood like I have been. And right now I'm talking to the viewers that are familiar with me in my real life situations, like church, for example. Some of you may notice that I may seem a little bit distant right now, and that's because I got a lot on my mind. For starters, I think I need to address that last week, right? Last week, one of my friends noticed that my stress has been affecting me physically. Like, I know lately that there's been times where I've been saying on this channel that I've learned to shut up about certain things, because there's a lot of things that's not the viewer's business out there. And honestly, there's a lot of stuff that I've become afraid to talk about, because I'll admit, trolls have put a fear in me. I need to confess that, yes, trolls have put a fear in me in that regard, so I need to be very careful about what I say sometimes. But and lately doing that, it's been making me having to keep my head down, learn how to keep my mouth shut for certain things, and to just mind my own, make my business my own business. But last week, a friend noticed that it was physically changing me, and I can't deny that that's wrong. I need to call a spade a spade. January sucked for me. But right now, though, I need to address the hard part, and this is my... I need to discuss my future with Queen Enterprises, not only in my life, but here on SSP as well. Right now, the relationship has become very dangerous, and I can't go into every single detail, but the relationship between me and Queen Enterprises right now has become very dangerous for both parties. Right now, my mom, she is concerned for my safety in this situation. And there has been some arguments, some arguments have been made that I just can't debate. No, because I know in the back of my mind that the arguments that have been made, they're right. I can't defend this stuff. I can't. But regardless, though, as I still sit here, though, I can't help it, but I still love Queen Enterprises, though. I do. I just can't help it. I mean, because right now, I need to remember what it was I came from. 9 years of praying for a girlfriend. The answer was Queen Enterprises. And I was thankful for her. I legitimately was thankful for her. I was, and I need to be honest about myself here. I mean, look, I don't have the best confidence, okay? I don't. Not in myself, anyway. And how could you blame me? And, I mean, yeah, you'll see me have no problem going through the curtain and going to perform the way I need to for a wrestling match or for certain YouTube videos. But that's just the character that I need to be in order to play the part that I need to for the sake of the performance. But when it comes to one-on-one interactions, that's what I'm afraid of, because at the end of the day, I will always be afraid of rejection. I will always be afraid of making a fool of myself and embarrassing myself to people that honestly may not even care about me to begin with. But it took Queen Enterprise. It took somebody like Queen Enterprises to step up and rip the Band-Aid off for me. Right now, the hard thing. Right now, the hard thing for me to say this. Right now, the hard thing for me to say is that currently speaking, I can't afford to be a boyfriend right now. And when I say that, I'm not just talking about money. I'm not. All I can say right now is for the future of Queen Enterprises and myself, this is in God's hands now. This may be in God's hands now, but right now it looks like the relationship may never be as healthy as it used to be. But going back to the line I said earlier about not being able to afford to be a boyfriend, not just talking about money. In the month of January alone, I have tried to find a job. Okay? I've been trying to find another job and get some work, and it has been working out in my favor lately. 6 jobs out of 7 have made it perfectly clear they do not want me to work for them. And I can't go into detail about every single one individually, but what I can say is that, like, I have been backed into a corner to where I have to go back and rework the produce department that I was last year. That's the corner I've been backed into. And honestly, doing that, I feel kind of defeated. I can't help but to feel defeated, because at this point I'm having to look back for my next step forward. And that doesn't feel good. It doesn't. But you know what? The whole Queen Enterprises situation, the whole job situation, it needed to happen in January. Deep down, I feel like that needed to happen in January. Like, the whole Queen Enterprises situation, the whole not being able to find a job situation, oh, that could have happened in like May, June, July, August. It could have happened any other month of the year. But no, it just had to happen in January specifically to prove a point to me. Because I know that I said this year I wanted to have the goal for my anger to work with me. I know I said this year I wanted my anger to inspire me, to fuel me. I wanted to use my anger to fuel my success. But you know what? For years I've always had this theory that every time I get angry, no matter the situation, every time I get angry, every time I get mad, something backfires on me and I end up regretting it in the end. And so far, this has been no exception. I tried starting this year off angry. I tried using anger to inspire me, but it backfired on me. Like it always does. I tried using my anger for positivity, and it backfired on me. Maybe not directly, though. But what I'm saying is, I tried using anger to inspire me, and look in the boat I'm in now. A very tarnished relationship with Queen Enterprises. Failure to find a job already. And the whole wrestling thing, that's going to be a whole nother topic to discuss here in a minute. But you know what? The only goal that hasn't done me wrong so far was that I said I wanted to have a stronger relationship with Christ this year. And so far that started because I'm starting to read my Bible every day now. Shout out to my preacher who Preacher Keith, who hooked me up and the rest of the congregation with this 52-week Bible reading plan that I have taped to the inside of my Bible box right here. But, you know what, maybe this has to be for the best, you know. Losing what I love may be the price I pay for wanting that stronger relationship with God. And, but lately though, I just can't help but to feel that I'm feeling hollow and empty inside. And yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be feeling like this. I mean, yeah, I may have a good day here and there. I may have good sparks of emotional joy here and there. But right now, lately, I'm just going through the motions. Right now, until further notice, all these videos that I'm going to be uploading here on YouTube, I'm just on autopilot pretty much. Like, I'm just letting instinct take over, doing the only thing that I know how to do. But currently, right now, like, the way it's looking, I have nothing to look forward to. Like, as I sit here right now, I feel like I have nothing to look forward to for me personally. And some of you may be asking yourself, what about wrestling? Yeah, what about wrestling? I have had no match for the entire month of January. And the way it's looking, I may not have a match this month either. I know I have at least 3, maybe 5 matches booked for March. I know at least 3 of those are going to be some tapings for CMW. But let's be honest, the wrestling companies that I do work for, they don't necessarily have the best track record of positive reviews. But hey, they booked me though, right? And look, I haven't been able to even go back to training yet because I haven't been able to afford it. I'm missing training too. And I might get in trouble for saying this, but I'm starting to doubt my future with Action Pack Wrestling too. That's becoming very doubtful at the moment too. I can't even go into detail about that, but right now, the way it's seeming, I feel like wrestling may not want me anymore. Like, I'm starting to question, do I have any value as a wrestler anymore? What I love may not be loving me back anymore. And I'm not ready to admit defeat in that regard yet. All I can say right now is, this year the devil, he is certainly mentally and emotionally kicking my keister. And I don't know what I'm supposed to feel anymore. Because honestly, feeling angry, that's not working out for me in my favor at the moment. I'm just very scared, very nervous, and I've never felt this defeated before. I know I may be sounding like a hypocrite, but this whole booyah thing, it's hard. It's hard for me right now, and I'm trying. I'm honest to God trying when you don't see that I am. I'm just scared, and right now I just need prayer, okay? I do. don't know what fixes this except God. I love you all, though. No matter what, that love's not going anywhere. So, I need to go ahead and wrap this up, alright? Yeah, I'll just keep me in your prayers, and let's see how I'm feeling next week, alright? I love you all, and until next time, try to be outrageously optimistic year-round. Booyah. I'm out. I love you all. And here comes my hug of appreciation. Bye.